Up next, some pump up music coming. On now,
Testing the microphone. Testing. Testing the microphone.
Test, test. Test, test. That sounds a little weird, huh? Test, test. Test, test. Hey. Hey ho. Hi ho. Hi ho. Yeah. Test, test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Hey. Test, test. Test, test, test. I don't know why I don't like this. Test, test.
I heard you the first time.
No. They sound weird. I don't know.
It does.
Well, that's just me all the time, but
How's this one sound?
that one sounds good. I don't like these.
Can you help me with the projector?
I'm gonna have to mess with these later.
Okay. I did that.
You didn't do it enough. Then you have to press it like twice, and then it actually goes on. Once you see the little red line go away, it's turning on. You
Okay.
can't see any line. It's green, and it's basically invisible.
Okay. I love it. Do you want to put your foot up? Should we get you another chair?
It's actually gonna. I see it's web. It's coming right above you. Yeah, not you, Paula. You're safe. Joan is in the danger zone. I have fun, you know. Did you do blackouts? Yeah. It's in my hand. Not for much longer. Here you go.
No.
Mikhail.
I am your father.
Mikhail.
Are you in your presentation right now?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Once you do it again, like the thing goes, the presentation should come up. Although there's nothing much, it's slightly worrying.
Nope, I don't want this one. Where did February 2025 Townhall go? Right here.
Boom.
Sweet.
I don't know why it was not showing anything, but. Tabby,
I got slides.
for you, I'm putting you in charge. You need a job.
See for people,
Okay?
and as it
I need you to take this microphone, and I need you to take the left side and hand out the microphone. Can you do that? Tabby? I trust you. Anders already has one. He's going to take the right side. Sit. I'm going to go help the resident. You want to go do my tech time for me? I got to give you tech times. Maybe you're learning. Yeah, take it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're going to land the right side. I'm going to make sure it's on the... Yeah, go ahead.
for the wellness?
The spare key.
My office.
I don't have a spare key.
Yeah. Maybe one is.
Yeah, I can sneak the key.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because I almost locked my keys. And unfortunately, I saw them and I'm like, oh my God. Yeah.
Just
Are we good to go? All right, you want to shut one of my doors? Hello, everybody. I had a resident come and suggest that I say town hall is canceled, you all have to go outside. And I am not opposed to that theory. 62 degrees out there, it is gorgeous. If you haven't gotten out, please do. But since you are here, we will proceed. So thank you for being here. End of February, the longest, shortest month is almost over. Staffing updates. Come on up, Charlotte. So we are super excited. Charlotte is almost done with her first week at the front desk. Yay! She agreed to let me put her on the spot, and she's going to introduce herself because she's better at this than I am.
Hello, everybody. My name is Charlotte. I will be up at the front desk during the day, Monday through Friday, so you'll be seeing plenty of me, and I promise I will learn all of your names at some point. Thank you for bearing with me while I get to know you all. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm super excited to be here and to get to know you all better. So thank you very much.
And that is a good reminder. I told somebody I would do this. If you're a resident, if you can wear your name tag, that would be awesome. Somebody had commented new residents aren't wearing their name tags. I don't know why these take so long, but when Maggie orders them, they take like 3 weeks to get here. So if you see a new resident and they're not wearing a name tag, it may be because they don't have one yet. But please, please, please wear your name tags. It is helpful to all of us. We're going to jump right in on the elevator. So the outage on Tuesday was caused by the power outage in the middle of the night. Jarrett knows how to reset that. So in the future, we should be able to avoid that. When the elevators have been down and we had talked about the forensic auditor coming for the elevators, people remember that? Do you need a refresher on that? He came yesterday, Wednesday, and spent almost just over 3 hours going through every elevator, every maintenance book, all of that stuff. So I have no results from that, but I just wanted to keep you updated that that was in process. So we can review our partnership with Otis. And then we are still working to get the elevators retrofitted. So when we move forward with that, it will be a planned outage, and so we want to be really prepared for that. But we do know that the building is 27 years old and elevators will not last forever. So that is in the works. What do you got? What's the objective? To have elevators that work all the time, reliably, to move people. Debbie, what do you got in back?
Is this the same audit to which you referred earlier about the emails being reviewed, or is that a different process?
It's the whole thing.
Okay.
So looking at when we requested help, when they told us they would come service, did they come when they said they would come? Did they do what they said they would do? Have they been doing what they're supposed to be doing? All of those questions is what the auditor is looking at. Let's hope so. I hope I can say you're welcome. Any other elevator questions at the moment? Again, I apologize for Tuesday, and we will do our best. What do you got, Al?
Is this audit the same as the forensic review?
Yes, forensic audit, forensic review, all one and the same. Looking at how Otis is providing service. Any other elevator questions? Shush. Who has attended a birthday lunch in January or February? So mostly what I've heard is people are really enjoying the lunch. The lunch tastes very good. I am getting some mixed people are not feeling great that spouses are included. What if I don't have a spouse? That doesn't seem fair. Then, then the comment was everybody should be able to invite one guest, whether it be a spouse or not a spouse. And working with Ty and Wes, as this is sort of evolving, we are going to a no guest policy. So the lunch is exclusively for people celebrating their birthday in that month. There may be exceptions to this if somebody has a caregiver, if somebody really needs help navigating the lunch, there might be small exceptions to this rule. If you don't like anybody at all who has the same month birthday as you and you don't think that lunch would be enjoyable, you can order lunch to go. Chloe yesterday, Tuesday, made seating cards, and she was pretty thoughtful about it. I mean, I heard the conversation, do these people, wouldn't it be great if this person met this person? So this is evolving, but I like that you're all laughing. We are going to continue the birthday lunches. We will set up a seating chart, and please continue to provide your feedback, but as of right now, it will just be for people celebrating their birthdays in that month. Gail, microphone, please. It's coming.
Thank you. My big question is, why was the change made? I do not understand it. When I first came this is from May 2021, birthday lunches were open to guests, and they were a very happy community event. And I'm very interested in why something was changed, because it seemed to me it was a wonderful occasion, and it went on until this change began. So that's my first question. And what I am wondering is, does it have anything to do with the cost of the meal when everyone had the same possible choices for the birthday lunch?
So I just want to clarify, we're talking about, it has been birthday dinner. Yes. Yes. So birthday dinner came about during COVID? Since the beginning. Okay. So birthday dinner has been going on for a long time. The menu was always set. There was the shrimp salad, the prime rib, something else. This is a very expensive meal to put on. Not that we are cutting out the money that we're spending on birthday dinner, but it allows us to spend that money differently if we want to do themed dinners, if we want to offer different specials, if it doesn't need to always be the same 3 items. This birthday dinner is not something that is done in other Era Living communities. The birthday lunches that we have switched to are much more reflective of what goes on. I get birthday dinner was amazing, but people have birthdays once a year, and they were getting to celebrate them 12 times a year. So that is sort of what precipitated the switch. I do think, I know change is hard, but that those are the reasons behind it. Did that answer both your questions? It is a little bit cost driven, but not because we're taking any money away from the food budget. We would like to use it more widely than one dinner and have a little more flexibility. Any other questions about birthday dinner, birthday lunch? And the only thing that's constant is change. So again, please continue to bring us your feedback. Look for those other special dinners that we will be doing, and we'll go from there. So the apartment refresh project. So again, I had opened it up for people that wanted to see it. If you still want to see an apartment that's been refreshed, let me know. Really thank the people that have been willing to share their apartments, but it basically consists of new cabinets, countertops, appliances, and flooring in your kitchen, and then cabinets, vanity, mirror, and flooring in your bathrooms. We have gotten this project started beyond the first stack that we did. And a lot of people have emailed me that they're interested. I've set it up with people based on their vacations. So we are moving forward with this. There was some back and forth, and the final decision, ERA is not providing alternative housing. So if you want your apartment refreshed, it is optional. It's not required. But during that time, you will need to find someplace else to reside. Early on, Ravenna was an option, but now that Ravenna, like, it's not even staffed by ERA Living personnel overnight, it is an empty building. So the decision has been made that ERA is not providing alternative housing, and the apartment refreshes are optional. So I will open that up to comments, questions. John in the back, then.
In addition to the kitchen and bathroom, are you doing something with the entranceway flooring?
Yes. So the whatever your entranceway is, depending upon the apartment layout, there is the luxury vinyl plank right when you get inside the door. Lowell was next.
It's my understanding that the vacancy rate at the Gardens in Bellevue is quite high, but ERA does not want to consider that as an alternative.
That is correct. Al?
What happens to furnishings? Do they have to be moved, or can they rehab? Can they rehab without you moving all the furniture out?
Yes. So you are responsible for emptying the contents of your kitchen and your bathroom. Basically, they come in and they tape a wall between your kitchen and whatever the living space is. So things that are behind that plastic wall are fine. If there's furniture up against, some people have that open counter area that goes into their living space, and they'll have a dining room table or something up against that. It has to be moved back. But you certainly don't have to empty your apartment, just the kitchens and the bathrooms.
If the entryway flooring is replaced, how about those of us with dens?
So I understand the question, and I'm just thinking every apartment layout is a little bit different and what we've configured. So can I answer you offline on this, like
Sure.
about specific apartments?
Sure.
Alan and then John.
So there was one started below us, I think. Lots of banging, sawing, stuff like that. No heads up that this was going to happen or any information about the duration of that. And that would be helpful. Sometimes I have scheduled Zoom meetings and stuff like that. I'd like to know.
That is a great point, and I apologize, and we'll make a note of that going forward. Jarrett, help me remember. John?
Will we still be required to pay our total rent during that 3-week period?
You will pay your rent, and depending upon what you do, you will get your meal and housekeeping credits.
But we have to pay the whole rent even though we don't have an alternative housing option.
Yes,
So that's the downside of getting your apartment done.
correct. Other questions? Patty?
I think you've said that it takes about 3 weeks for a refresh, which a number of residents have commented to me that that seems unusually long for the amount of work being done.
So we're saying 3 weeks from the outset. Once we get into a cycle, we don't start a single refresh until we have all of the materials in-house. If I don't want to tell you it's 10 days and then have it be 3 weeks, so the initial is we're saying 3 weeks. If it's done sooner, people can return sooner. And once we get in a cadence with the contractor, we will be able to better judge how long it'll take. Any other questions or comments on that? All right, we're on to the kitchen refresh. We have all of the equipment. The permit has been issued. So at this point, we've learned that we need to add a 5th vendor into the mix, somebody who does special kind of electricity. Wes is on vacation until March 10th, but tentatively we're looking at end of March, beginning of April. So we are getting very, very close, and as soon as I have an exact date, I will share that with you. The March calendars went out today. If you are interested in seeing before and after kitchen project, we've put it on the calendar. I can't remember the date. It's a Friday, 14th. So you can sign up to get a walk through the kitchen with Wes and sort of see what it looks like now, and then we'll be doing them after we do the refresh as well. Any comment? Oh, Verna, what do you got?
My mind wandered as usual. What's happening at the end of March or the beginning of April?
The kitchen update, hopefully. You just let your mind wander. When I have an exact date, it'll be important to remember. Sally, it's coming behind you.
Thank you. Do you have an estimate on how long the kitchen will be worked on?
Oh, 3 to 5 days. We're telling people 5 days. Ideally, it will be shorter than that, but 5 days.
What happens during those 5 days?
So we have food. Initially, we thought we were going to have access to an oven, but we will be preparing food at the kitchen at Ravenna, shipping it over in hot boxes, and then basically scooping and serving. The goal and then at breakfast and lunch, there will be sandwiches, salads, cold items available essentially. Similar to like an employee staff party, I mean, we will have meals available, but potentially if you're not using your meal credits, we might encourage you to not use them during that time. But there will be choices available, and we will let you know ahead of time what those choices are. Any other questions on that? Oh, what do you got, Joe?
Where will be the sign-up sheet for if you want that kitchen tour, the before kitchen tour?
The activities book. It's just like any other activity at the front desk or the lobby area.
That'll be issued today.
I don't have a slide for this, but Life Enrichment meeting 4:15 today?
Correct.
Okay. So I am filling in while we're looking for Lynn's replacement. So I do want to give kudos to Sam, Mikhail, Anders. They have been a tremendous help, and Lynn set March up for very much success. But come to the meeting at 4:15. We would love your input for April. Emergency preparedness. I forgot to bring an example. Jarrett, can you go grab it from my office? The little plug-in light. Just go. Oh, Maggie's going. Maggie's got it. So everybody, when you move into your apartment, it was a anniversary gift 4 years ago, I think. The little plug-in light that when the power cuts off, it turns itself on. You can lift it out of the stand. You can use it wherever you need it in your apartment. Is that ringing any bells? Great. It works, yes. So in addition to it being an anniversary gift, Ike and Maggie ensure that there is one in everybody's apartment when they move in. So this is what it looks like. Comes out of the wall. You got a couple different light options. Something goes on. If you can't find it, because some people move in and they put furniture over it, let us know. We can come look for it. If you can't find it and you need a replacement, we will replace the one light for you. There are a lot of other good alternatives at this point. I mean, your standard flashlight with batteries, super helpful to have. There are LED lights that you can charge, and then they're just ready to go when the power goes out. So I encourage you to have those. In the resident handbook, there's sort of an outline of what you should have should there be an emergency. I encourage you to look at that. But one of the big questions that's come up is the water and the water jugs that you see on each of the floors. Technically speaking, we are responsible for having water for assisted living residents. Independent living residents are responsible for having their own emergency preparedness kits. That being said, we have significantly more water in the community than we are required to have for just the assisted living residents. In the event of an emergency, we will band together and help each other out as best we can. But the request for having residents figure out how to put in how those water things work, Jarrett and I have talked about it. It just setting it up for disaster. They weigh 40 pounds apiece. They're on their sides. People in the building, even if it's overnight, they will know how to access that water. We will be at the community to help. You can start with the jugs at the end of the hallways by the elevators that are already full and ready to go. So we will not be teaching floor captains how to access those water jugs. Any questions, comments? Al, what do you got? Wait for a microphone, please.
Back to the emergency lights, do we need any special way to reset them? You know, I turned mine off and put it back in. Will it come on next time?
Yeah. Sally.
We have headlamps, and they're not expensive, and they're really handy because your hands are free,
Yep.
and you can see where you're going easily.
Yep. I put together a sort of a set that I use for camping and emergency, and then I left it at home. I will send some links. One of the ones that I really like, I was describing to Amy. The brand name is called Lucy Light, but there's other ones that do it, but it's about this big, and it's LED lights that are solar powered, and then you blow it up so it works like a lantern. And they do have them now so you can charge them through LED, and you could use it to charge a phone or something else as well. So there are a lot of better options than when I was a kid for illumination when needed. All right, other questions about emergency preparedness? There's seats up front if you all don't want to stand back there. All right, thanks, Rita. Huh? Shy.
Phyllis doesn't bite.
That's okay.
Unless it's a full moon.
There's a couple different things going on with Lincoln High School. A little bit of confusion, but I'm going to present them anyway. John Nikon had been partnering with the language arts and journalism students, and those students for high school credit were going to interview residents. John, who did you go over to Lincoln with?
Barb does that?
Yeah. So John and Barb went to Lincoln High School and met with students, and they will be, John's taking sign-ups. So if you are willing to be interviewed, please get with John. And then independent of this, we had somebody else from Lincoln High School reach out to Life Enrichment to talk about something called X Connections and StoryCorps. And I am going to let Sam explain that because he is the point person for that project.
Hi. So I learned that we're supposed to say cross connections. I also said X. So now we know cross connections. So in addition to Lincoln Links, this is another program. We're still evolving. We'll see what makes the most sense moving forward. But for the moment, I wanted to tell you about it. It's in the works. Who here has heard of StoryCorps? A bunch. Nice. Okay. For those who haven't, now you're going to, and then you can be cool too. So StoryCorps is committed to the idea that everyone has an important story to tell, and everyone's story matters. And they've helped nearly 700,000 people across the country have meaningful conversations about their lives. These recordings are collected in the U.S. Library of Congress and in their online archive, which is now the largest single collection of human voices ever gathered. It's also broadcast on NPR. The super exciting part is that we're encouraging you to have your stories shared with StoryCorps. So someone from the high school had this idea. So this spring, the plan is for us to partner with Lincoln High in a new program called Cross Connections, where each participating resident will be paired up with a high school student and meet once a week here at the U House to get to know each other. The project will culminate in the pair recording a StoryCorps interview that will be added to the archive, and we'll also have a celebration at the end to hear everyone's stories. The main goal of Cross Connections, just like Lincoln Links, is to foster intergenerational connections and to build community. And we hope these friendships continue even once the interviews are complete. So keep an eye out for more information on both programs and as they evolve, and a sign-up sheet coming soon. That's all. You're welcome.
All right, Lori, are you where I saw her? Come on up. So we introduced, when did Lori start? December. No way. All right, I have no idea of time, no concept of time. Anyway, Lori is just going to share a little bit. She still is getting people saying, I don't know who you are. I don't know when you're here. I don't know what you do. So I am going to let Lori share that with you. So welcome, Lori.
Thanks, Phyllis. Hi, everyone. My name's Lori, and I'm here to just remind everyone of my role here at U House. So I facilitate a couple of support groups and a women's group as well, and we have them meeting next month. They're not on the calendar, but they are on K4, and we'll do our best to promote them as they come up to remind everyone. I also provide individual and family counseling for a fee, and I help coordinate the Almost Like Family program. Who here has heard of Almost Like Family? Okay, great. Almost Like Family provides transportation and escorts to medical appointments if our residents need them. They also provide emergency response if a resident does not have family nearby and they're taken out to the hospital. We always have an on-call assistant who can meet them there and convey information to family. And we also offer companion visits. I'm here on Tuesday and Thursday during the business day, and you can reach me through my email. Through phone, you would just call the front desk and they would transfer you to my office phone. I also hang around my office on the 3rd floor, so I try to make myself available throughout the day if you want to stop by and say hi. Any questions? All right, thank you all.
All right. We are not a political entity, but I'm just going to get this plug in. As a reminder, tomorrow is a Buy Nothing Day. And I read an amazing bipartisan, like every average consumer should be participating in this just to let people know that we do have agency with our dollars. So I would really encourage you tomorrow to buy nothing, which is why I'm going shopping after work today, even though it's sunny out. And I will put in another plug, the EPOC group, Monday at 4 o'clock, meeting here. So I appreciate what all of you are doing, and I'm excited to see what comes of that. And then National Women's Day, springtime, St. Patrick's Day, March is upon us. I will open it up for just any general questions. Nothing? Okay, go outside. All right, we got one with Carol in the back.
I think this was on your first slide. I just wondered about the status of you're looking for the replacement for
Lynn?
For Lynn, yeah.
Yes. The status is we're looking.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
We've got some promising applicants. We want to make sure that we, as much urgency as there is to kind of do this, we want to make sure that it's the right person. Lynn sort of, I feel like from what I've heard from all the residents, have sort of elevated this program. One of the things that my boss continues to say is that we aren't where we were pre-COVID, so whoever we bring in next needs to continue to elevate this program. And I will share Era's interview process for any director in this room. It's pretty intensive. So whether or not I make a decision, somebody goes to the home office for a 2-hour interview, and it's thorough and it's great. It's also somewhat terrifying. So the status is we're looking.
Thank you. It's a wonderful department. And
Yes.
I just, I think we're all concerned that it stay that way. That's all.
As am I.
So thank you.
Because I have to hear about it if it doesn't. So I am very invested in this. Any other general questions or comments? Al? Yes. I texted her yesterday and told her thank you. And she said she misses us all. And her new job is fine. And if it's not set up in April, that's on me, not Lynn. Any other questions or comments before we, what do you got, Barry?
I have a vague recollection that you said you'd investigate chairs that were more pleasant to sit in at some time in the distant past.
So we've basically chosen a chair, and I can bring in samples. The hardest part, I just got this giant book today with fabric swatches. So not my forte. So it's just sitting on my desk. But the new chairs are definitely coming. That project is moving ahead. So since you brought that up, I'm going to jump in. So do you all admire our new blinds? Yes. So the capital projects really are kind of rolling along after stagnating. I will say the gentleman who came to do the install, he's like, I was here 5 years ago looking at this. Like, I don't even remember what I'm doing. So we are sort of getting back on track. The new blinds, they'll be installed in the gym, Ike's office, and the Life Enrichment office coming soon as well. The new chairs will be done. The Husky Den is going to get a pretty substantial refresh this year. I saw some horrible carpet samples for this room the other day, so they're going back to the drawing board. So the capital projects for the community and just general improvements are on track. So yes, things are happening, which is exciting. Anything else? All right, wait for a microphone.
Why does the picture of a Dutch windmill have Mount Fuji in the background?
That is from Ruse Gardens, straight up in La Conner. I pulled it off their website. That is Mount Baker and the fake little windmill that's delightful. And we will be going to the Tulip Festival. I'm not going to fall off on that one. Just got information about those tickets. But I like that it's Mount Fuji. Let's go there.
I second that.
Yeah.
Oh, I would just like to, excuse me. I would just like to take a moment to thank Robin Wright. I don't know if she's here, but she's head of our ambassador program. And I want to thank all the residents that have been ambassadors throughout the years. It's really a very fantastic program, and everyone here has been so welcoming to our new residents, and I thank you for that. They're known as a very friendly community, and it really shows. So I want to thank everyone, and if somebody wants to be an ambassador, then please contact Robin Wright. Thank you.
All right. Anything else? We got two more. Don.
I found out just before this meeting I have an extra ticket for the Seattle Opera on Saturday, and I will provide transportation.
I went to the opera last night, and it was incredible. Like, it was really, really cool. So I would encourage you, if you haven't gone, to take Don up on his offer. Berna.
Yeah, would you remind me again about the kitchen update, about how we're going to get fed?
Yeah, I'll talk with you after the meeting about that.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Charlie.
What's so wrong with this carpet?
Well, it's on the schedule to be replaced. I can point out where it's sort of falling apart and where it's stained. I mean, when you put 60 people in this room with chairs, it looks okay, but it is getting to be time. As you all look down. Any other questions, comments? All right. Oh, Roger, the 11th hour.
This is just a suggestion, but for residents, getting back to the apartment refresh, for residents that aren't going on vacation, that don't want to go move in with their kids, I think that it would be advisable for, especially there's a lot of residents in here that are new to Seattle. And so I think that there's a possibility that Era Living could find, like an apartment suite hotel type thing. I'm not saying that you're going to pay for it, but you could maybe get a reduced rate for residents that would like to do that. So it's just a suggestion.
I appreciate the suggestion, and I will do some research. Not at a reduced rate. I just know that May Gordon is a big fan of the Staybrook Hotel, which is very close, and I will reach out to see what we could get, like a corporate rate or not, but I will do that research. All righty. I think that is it. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good month.